All righty. So hang on, hold on. Welcome to Introductory Performance Seminar. It is August 20th, and we have a full schedule today. So let me go ahead and get everybody put in. Okay. Humsika, Ella, yeah, and Sarah. Okay, and everybody's here. So awesome, awesome. All right, we will go ahead and get started. I'm just gonna go down the list, and then we'll talk about stuff at the very end. All right, we're gonna start with Humsika. Make sure that you are using your original sound, and that your camera is on. All right, so go ahead, introduce yourself, introduce your piece, and let's hear. We'll start with Humsika.
Hi, my name is Hamsika, and today I'm going to be playing for Elise.
Hey, all right. Very nice job. Very nice job. Very nicely done. Was that memorized, Humsika?
Yeah.
Very nice. Good job with that memory. That was very nice. Okay. That is a challenging piece. All right, let's do Amrita. Go ahead. Introduce yourself, introduce your piece.
My name is Amrita and I will be playing the Nightingale.
All right. Very nice. Very nice. Very good. All right, Amrita, was that memorized? Oh, you're muted. What was that?
No.
No? All right. That was really pretty. I really like that one. Really well done. You guys are all doing such an awesome job. All right, let's jump over to Ella. Thought I saw Ella. There you are. All right, go ahead, introduce yourself, introduce your piece, and then let's hear it.
Well, my name is Ella. I'm going to be playing a winter day.
Okay. All right. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Very nice job. That is a challenging piece. All of these have been challenging pieces. Really nicely done. Really nicely done. You guys are doing awesome. All right. Um, Ria. Is that how you say your name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's hear this one. All right. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. I really like that tempo. That was a really good tempo for this one. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. And then we have, is it Sarah or Sarah?
Sarah.
Sarah. All right. So go ahead, introduce yourself, introduce your piece, and
My
then.
name is Sarah, and I'm going to play Morning.
All right. Very nice. Very nice. That one's a really challenging piece. There's a lot of movements in that piece. So really nicely done, Sarah. Okay. All right. So there's a couple things that I kind of want to chat about today, but the main thing that we're going to talk about today is something called the character of our piece. So everybody go ahead, turn on your cameras. I can see your wonderful faces. And we are going to talk about character. So who can tell me what I mean when I say the character of your piece? Anybody? Ria? Go ahead.
The character of a piece is like what like the character or like what like your piece like feels like if your piece is called like winter, then you would do a little like you would feel a little chilly, so maybe make it a little bit like
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. So let's take a look at some of our pieces. All right, so Humsika, you had For Elise. So what is this piece about? Anybody know? Ria, what do you think?
It's about Beethoven's like student called Elise.
Yeah.
He wanted him like he liked her.
So there's a lot of different theories as to why he called it literally For Elise. So für is the German word for four. So For Elise. Elise was either his student or his friend. And there's lots of different theories as to why he wrote this piece. Nobody really knows because nobody can go back and crawl inside of Beethoven's mind and be like, oh, this is what it was, right? So there's lots of different theories. But when did Beethoven live? Does anybody know that? Ria, when did Beethoven live?
Like 70s or
So you're a long time ago. So it was a little bit longer than that. So he lived in the late 1700s, early 1800s, right? And he lived during what's called the Romantic time period. Okay. Does anybody know about the Romantic time period? Okay, if we don't. All right. So the Romantic time period was a time when people were starting to really express some of the big emotions that they had either been like hiding or pushing down for a long time. So we have the invention and the production of steel. And so the use of steel, so let's pause with the drawing for a second. So the use of steel made all of the instruments stronger and louder. So you could get a really loud sound from these instruments versus what they would have gotten 50, 100 years before. Okay. So because of that, they had a lot more range of dynamics and they had a lot more range to show emotion. Okay. So yeah, very nice. All right, let's kind of keep going on our exploration of our pieces. So who's next? Okay, Amrita. Amrita, what is your piece about?
It's about the nightingale.
Okay, what is a nightingale?
It's a bird.
Okay, and why is the nightingale important? Do we know? Is the nightingale important? There's no right or wrong answer.
Maybe.
Maybe? I don't know. So, whenever we have something like this where it's named after something, sometimes it's a good idea to look up like either what is it, And also, does it have any poetic significance, right? Because if I say, oh, look at this, it's a rose, we know that roses could mean love, it could mean, something really beautiful, things like that. Those tend to be used as for those meanings versus if I said it's a sunflower, that doesn't necessarily automatically think we don't automatically think like oh love and like beautiful things. Sunflowers are great and they're beautiful. They're beautiful in a different way than a rose, right? Does anybody make sense? Is that kind of so all right, so we have for Elise, we have Nightingale, which is talking. Oh my goodness, my mouse is being weird. So we have the Nightingale. Gale, which is a bird. Okay. All right, let's see what's next. Okay. Okay, all right. Okay, so next is Ella's piece. So this is A Winter Tale. Ella, what do we know about this piece? Anybody? What do you know about this piece? What can we see about this piece? Do you know? That's okay. It's okay if you don't know. There is no right or wrong answer for these. So, sometimes what composers will also do is they will give us ideas about the character by some of the words that they choose to use. So, does anybody know what the word andante means? If you know, awesome. You can shout it out. If you don't know, that's a-okay too. So, andante means a walking speed. Okay. And then does anybody know what the word dolce means? No? Okay. That's all right. So this is an Italian word and it means sweet or sweetly. Okay. So we have a winter tale. So we know it's something about winter. It's winter, right? It's cold, but we also see that it's a walking speed and it's a sweet song. So, what do all those three kind of come together to tell us about this piece? Anybody? What do we know? So, how can something be about winter and be sweet? Right, Ria, go ahead. And then I'm
So,
Rita.
so maybe someone like in the snow walking and
Sweet.
sweetly.
Walking sweetly. So, what would make it sweet?
Walking softly, like when you're like the snow.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Amrita, what were you gonna say?
Maybe like the snow falling down.
Snow falling down. Yeah. So the cool thing about finding the character of your piece is there is no right or wrong answer because every single person is different. And so my experiences are going to be different than your experiences. And so my version of a winter tale might be a little bit different than yours. So how can we let's keep going because I want us to get through everybody's piece at least. And then we'll kind of figure some more stuff out. All right, so next is Ode to Joy. What's the character of this piece?
Well, there's like a lot of instruments because it says from this Ninth Symphony,
Mm-hmm.
and well, it's kind of neutral.
Kind of neutral. Okay. All right. So at the very top, what does it say right above it? What does it say over here?
Joyful.
Joyful. Okay, and it's his Ode to Joy. Who knows about Beethoven? Anybody? Amrita, what do you know about Beethoven?
I know some of his pieces.
Some of his pieces. Awesome. Good, good, good. Homsika, did you have a an answer?
I think he's.
There's no right or wrong answer.
I
What's
don't know.
that?
I don't know any.
That's okay. That's okay. So, one thing about Beethoven, especially about this piece, so Beethoven started going deaf when he was about 25, and he slowly went deaf over the next 20 years. So, I want you to imagine that you guys are all musicians. I want you to imagine not being able to hear your music, and how sad you would be and how lonely it would feel because there wasn't really sign language back with when Beethoven went deaf. So he would have to, so whoever wanted to talk to him had to write out their questions and then he would have to answer it. So he couldn't really talk to people very well. It took a long time. It wasn't very efficient. And he was very lonely and he was very sad. And when he went fully deaf, he didn't write any music for 9 years. And this was the first piece that he wrote after not writing music for 9 years, and he couldn't hear it. There's a story that he performed this piece and he was conducting the orchestra because it was his piece, but he couldn't hear the people clapping behind him. And so he just was like doing his thing. And somebody was like, Beethoven, yo, people are clapping behind you. And they like went up and tapped him on the shoulder and he turned around and he saw everybody standing and clapping. And he started crying because he didn't think people would like it. Okay. So sometimes knowing a little bit about the composer or about the piece can also help us with our character. Okay, I want us to go really quickly to the last one. And then we're going to talk a little bit about what all of this stuff means. Okay, so this one is called Morning, and this was for Sarah. So Sarah, what is this piece about?
The morning?
Okay, awesome. Okay, so it's morning time, right? And so we get moderately. So what character do you think that this piece has? Are we sad? Are we happy? Are we excited? Are we scared? What's the character of this?
For me, it feels calm.
Calm? Yeah. For me, I love this piece. This is such a good piece. I think I want to say that the opening line is played by an oboe in the original piece, which I don't know, there's something like really for everybody who doesn't know automatically what an oboe sounds like, it kind of sounds a little bit like a duck. So just imagine like a duck, kind of, but like smoother than a duck, but kind of that quacky sound. Um, I like the sound of oboes, but it's not for everybody. But for me, it kind of brings this almost like heftiness to morning time. Like it makes it less like, oh, like look at the birds and the trees, right? And it makes it more like, oh, I'm sitting and I'm looking out at maybe a lake, or I'm watching the mist rise off of the ground, or I'm looking at the dewdrops on these flowers. So it kind of like grounds the piece. So what does all this mean? We've just spent a whole bunch of time talking about character. What does it mean for us as musicians? Anybody? I can't remember who brought it up, but somebody said, was it Rhea? Was it you who talked about for cold sounds making it a little bit more staccato? Was that you? Yeah. Okay. So that was a good point. What else? What else can we do to help show the character of our piece? Anybody know? So give me some ideas. Anybody have any ideas of what we could do to show the characters of our piece? Okay. So some things we can do, volume. making these pieces heavier, making it lighter, making it, you know, we can change how we're playing with our wrist. We can use a little bit of rotation to soften the sounds. We can make our finger more firm to give it a more aggressive, more alive, more awake sound. And we can use articulation to help us. So I want you guys to all think for just a second, and I want you to take your piece, and I want you to imagine, how would I play the beginning if it was happy? So everybody play just the beginning of your piece as if it was super happy. Keep yourselves muted. All right, and now I want you to do the same thing, but do it like you're really angry. And I want you to make the sound as angry as you can. So just try that. Okay, now I want you to sound scared. Try to make it sound scared. What does that sound like? Okay. All right, so I know we went a little bit over today, but you guys all did really amazing. So first off, give yourselves a round of applause. You guys did amazing. I'm super proud of you. Your teachers are super proud of you. You guys are all doing amazing. And I think you guys all did fantastic. So really nice job with that. As you guys start to keep polishing up your pieces, start to think, what is the character of my piece? How can I really bring out that character as I'm playing? How can I make my audience feel this? What can I do with my hand to change the sound? And play around with it. There's no right or wrong answer here. There was just fun stuff that we get to do. Okay, cool. All right, you guys all did amazing. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I will probably see you all in Kaizen at some point. So you guys are awesome. Keep being awesome, okay? All right.